watching Justin play when he was in high school, because I think Lake Dallas played Azle in
Yeah.
high school. And that was before I even knew I was going to Rice. And I just remember going to that game, and
That
I knew I
was
was trying to play college football, and I was like,
that was your homecoming.
yeah. It's like, I know that guy's good. I was just in the stands just watching as a washed up baseball player. No, I was trying to play college football, but I wasn't going anywhere yet. And I remember seeing that game and saying, just remember Justin being a real good player. And then, fast forward, and then he's now we're on the same team. It was just, obviously it was a lot weird because I was so much older, but now I'm playing with the guy. I was sitting in the stands watching, I was 22 or 23 and sitting in the stands watching a high school game. And then like a half a year later, I'm playing with the guy.
Justin, what's your first, you remember the first time you ran into James?
Yeah, I think it was in the training room. We're getting ready for, I don't know, probably a team run or something. And we all get there, all the freshmen, we get there. We're just trying to figure out what to do, what not to do, what to wear, how early is early, how early is being actually late. And then James in the training room, we're like, who the hell brought their dad to 6 a.m. workouts? And why is his arm so big? Like, does he only just do bicep curls? I mean, that's the first thing I remember.
And we get to Southern Miss, and I think we played on Wednesday night. And it finally started all coming together with us finally getting a win and finally kind of starting to put it together offensively and defensively. And of course, like we both had good games that game when we were able to win the game. And I vividly remember at halftime, like going into the locker room and saying something to Justin. I don't know why this sticks in my mind, but I said something like, we're not even playing good or something like that. And it was like grammatically incorrect. And Justin said, we're not playing well right now or something. I just remember him saying that to me for whatever reason at halftime. But yeah, and then, yeah, of course we got to win the game, and I don't think anything of it because I'm, whatever. And like, okay, we won the game. It's great. I didn't think nothing about, because that's the game I played offense and defense and got a sack and scored on offense. And I remember like the next day going to school, because you're not right, you just go to school the next day. It was a Wednesday night game, and we didn't get back until late, but you wake up Thursday morning, you go to school. And I remember coming to the cafeteria and like everyone stood up and started applauding. And I just didn't even realize like what it was. I didn't know anything about being on ESPN or anything like that, because I wasn't watching.
Was it a situation where when the job was open, James, you go to Coach Taylor and say, hey, I have a guy you might want to look at? Or Justin, did you contact you say, I don't know, how did it all play out?
When jobs do become available, if you have a guy that you feel highly about, like I did Justin, you at least bring him up, because but the head coach, he's obviously one hiring guys, and he may listen to you and just to get names or whatever, but then you go through an interview process. And I think I brought his name up, but I'm sure there's a bunch of names brought up, and I think the head coach interviewed quite a few guys, and Justin must have done a really good job, and I didn't really have much to do with it, besides just mentioning a guy that I knew was a good guy. But
we loved our time at Tulsa. It's a great place, great city, great university. Staff was unbelievable, made some great friendships that we carried throughout the rest of our lives. But I think at the end of the day, just like James said, I mean, no matter what your profession is, you want to do it at the highest level. You want the challenge and just want to continue to elevate. And that was obviously the opportunity that I was given here. And
it seems to be easy on the face of it when you're just trying to, when you're drafting certain guys, but you just look at the history, it's not an exact science. So you're trying to get as much information and at least give your opinion as best you can on guys. So, and it's such a critical thing that, your 7 rounds, whoever you draft, they can make and break you. So you got to spend so much time on it, and be as detailed as you can to when your pick comes up and, they're trying to take a tight end or whatever, to have a strong opinion on who you think the best guy is and what round he should go in.